Hey guys, Tammy here, back again to try one of these secret recipes. I'm going to get into the ingredients and then I'll try and figure out what this recipe could be and try and make something edible.
Hey Tammy, for our new people, do you want to kind of explain the whole
I,
premise of your show?
I thought that's what I did. Um, sorry. So my husband went or actually my daughter went and bought the ingredients to a recipe that they looked up in one of my cookbooks. So then I don't know what the recipe is or what the ingredients are or anything like that. So I'm going to open these bags and see what the ingredients are. And then I'm going to try and make a recipe, hopefully close to what may have been the original recipe, or maybe I might just make something else up. Don't know until I see the ingredients and my brain starts working. Um, oh, if I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to just tell you about my I know what the problem is. I need a drink. So I'm just going to make a little tequila sunrise real quick because today is just not, my mouth is not working correctly today. I don't know what I'm going to say. I guess really I probably should just get into the ingredients because then, I'll know about something. But let me just make I'm almost done with my drink, guys. Tequila sunrise. Tequila, orange juice, and a little splash of grenadine. This is not the right type of glass, but cheers. That's good. Alrighty, guys, let's see what's in the bags. All right. It looks like we have sage, ground turkey, an onion, bacon, plain breadcrumbs,
Avocado, one, two, three.
mushrooms, basil, olive oil, spinach, and some garlic. So what can we make with this? So sage and turkey go well together. Bacon, mushrooms. Okay, so for you, those of you that didn't see me last week, my husband wrote down the ingredient. Well, he gave me an ingredient, not ingredient. He gave me the measurements of these ingredients for the recipe, but not what measurement goes with what ingredient. So that's on me to figure out. Oh, I guess are there two recipes? Because there's
There
two.
are two recipes because there's a Super Bowl happening and there's going to be two different teams playing. So I figured you could do both recipes. Then at the end, you could see which one's the winner. And that makes zero sense in context of the Super Bowl, but there's two recipes I thought looked neat, so I figured why not?
Well, we're only supposed to do one recipe. That's kind of cheating. So now I have. Okay. Let's see what we have. We have 3 cups of something. And from all these ingredients, I'm going to say 3 cups of spinach, 4 whole. 4 whole. Maybe 4 whole cloves of garlic. 3 tablespoons. Well, let's skip that one for a minute. 2 ounces diced. I'm going to say diced onion. No, 2 ounces. That's kind of a funny. Huh. That doesn't seem right to me. 2 crushed. Now that sounds like garlic. So I might have to change that 4 whole somewhere else. 1 cup. Oh my goodness. Are you sure you wrote these down correctly?
Yes, yes, I am.
2 tablespoons. What does that say?
2 tablespoons chopped fresh.
Okay, let's look at the other one. Maybe we can get rid of something. 10 slices. We know that's bacon. So bacon's for the second recipe. 1 finely chopped, 2 tablespoons. Salt and pepper. Well, that doesn't make sense. Did you mix these up?
No, it's possible that some of the ingredients could go with both dishes.
That's not fair.
Sometimes life isn't fair.
Oh, you are killing me now.
Sure, you might want to take a little bit of that tequila sunrise.
It's not fair if you gave me 2 recipes when it was only supposed to be 1, and now you mixed up the ingredient. Oh my gosh, that's not okay.
Or you could just be creative and see how you come up with.
Cups fresh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 whole. I'm gonna say this is the mushroom since I have 4 of them. But what are we gonna do with them? Sorry guys, I'm usually a little quicker than this. This one is really kind of throwing me. So I'm gonna go 3 cups spinach, 4 mushrooms, 3 tablespoons, either olive oil or basil maybe. 2 ounces diced onion. Okay, I have no idea. Usually I have an idea. I don't this time. Breadcrumbs, ground turkey. I'm going for a meatball. Haven't figured out the mushroom dish. Okay, I'm gonna cut up the onion.
Avocado asked you, how many mushrooms do you have?
I have 4, so that's why I figured those must be the mushrooms. I need a knife. Excuse me, guys. So I'm gonna dice the onion. I'm trying to think what to do with these mushrooms. So I'm just gonna dice these onions real quick. Sorry about my knife skills because they're not the best, but it gets the job done. Okay, I didn't think we needed too much onion. Well, if I'm going to put onion in the meatballs, it needs to be a little smaller here. Okay. Kind of messy. I should have got my gloves. I don't think I have any in here. I like to wear gloves when I do meatballs or meatloaf because I don't like how it feels on my hands. But since that's turkey, I really think I'm going to go with the sage for the turkey meatballs. So we got onion. We'll need garlic in there. Let's see. So I'm just going to take some of this sage and chop it up. Normally, I kind of do sage the same way that I do basil. I kind of put it all together here. I pull the stems off and I just kind of roll it up and then just, I got my cutting board upside down. That's lovely. Already started, so we'll flip it over next one. And I'm going to go through it one more time just because it's going in meatballs. Alright, a little, and let's do a little garlic. Ah, can't even get it out. I hate messes, and that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to chop up a couple garlic cloves. I'm going to put that into the turkey meatballs. Oh, didn't hit that one good enough. There we go. I like to mash it. That kind of makes the skin easier to get off. And then we're just gonna, like I said, I'm not the best chopper here, but figure as long as it gets in there, we're good. I'm not a professional. Oh, I did want to say happy birthday to my goddaughter Sabrina, Marilyn, as she likes to be called. Her middle name's Sabrina, and we just grew up. When she grew up, that's what we called her, but after she started going to school and stuff, she liked Marilyn better, so a lot of her friends know her as that, but she's Sabrina for me. "23 today, I believe. All grown up with a little son, who is awesome, Giorgio, which my husband said a happy birthday to him the other day. All their birthdays are like so close together. And let's see, I'm going to do salt and pepper. I really think it needs something else. I'm not really measuring, I'm just kind of sprinkling it in. I really wish I had a glove so I could mush this up. So I'm going to say, I think he really mixed these up, so now I really don't know which thing goes with what, so it makes this really a mystery. So I used that. I don't know if if I want to put that together. I don't know. I'm just going to do some breadcrumbs. I'm not paying real close attention to these measurements because they're not making sense to me. So I'd say about 2 tablespoons or so, maybe a quarter of a cup. And no, I do not have any gloves in here. Now, I hate to do this. Now, I don't want you guys to have to wait 50 years for me to go get gloves. I have some in the garage. Oh, this is going to need more breadcrumbs than what I put. This turkey is really soft. It's not going to roll very well. And since it's turkey, I am going to add a little more salt and pepper. Whenever I use turkey, it seems like it uses double the spice that I would normally use like in a beef recipe. So let's see. So these could be meatballs, or you could do meatloaf. You could put this in the oven. Oh, I didn't do my clues. Do I get clues on this one?
Clues.
Oh, I don't get clues this time?
I totally forgot the clues. Call that a production error. Episode 3, you'll get clues.
Okay. I'm gonna wash my hands. Excuse me. Production crew, you did not put my soap in here. That's my husband.
Fresh avocado for measurements are so easy.
Well, good, because I'm not using them. Let's see. I'm gonna put the oven on. I don't know if I'm gonna use it yet. I might use it. I might not, because I could put these meatballs on a tray and put them in the oven.
Well, I will give you a hint that each of the mystery dishes each cook for 20 minutes or less.
20 minutes or less?
Yes.
Can you give me a couple napkins, please? Thank you. Get this. I'm just gonna get the napkin a little wet here so I can wipe these mushrooms off. So I don't have any cheese or any. Well, I guess I could put breadcrumbs on top of these too. I'm thinking I'm gonna, since these are so big, which I wouldn't have done big. I like small ones. But I'm thinking I'm gonna do, well, I don't know, there's spinach. Can you at least tell me what?
Fresh avocado says, go off book, be a rebel, add cheese. Who cares?
Well, I'm thinking, let me grab a pan. Okay. gonna grab some oil. I mean, not oil, foil. I'll be right back. Can you open that for me? That's the only problem with me not knowing what I'm making is I got to run all over town to find the stuff that I need. And of course my foil is not coming out because I'm on video. There we go. Can you hand me that cooking spray in that cupboard right there, please? Well, you know what? I don't need it. I don't need it.
Are you officially giving up on trying to figure out the original recipe was?
Yeah.
What do you think, viewers? Should we go ahead and let her look at the cookbook or just
No.
wait till the end?
I thought you were going to open this for me.
I did.
It's not open. Thank you.
Mika Antoinette says looks good. What do you think you're making?
I am going to roast these mushrooms. And I'm thinking about stuffing them, but I haven't decided yet. Because I'm wondering, well, I could put the spinach in the meatballs.
Mika was wondering, do you have any ideas at all what the original recipe might have been? Or?
I don't. Gotta wash my hands. Meatballs is the only thing I can think with the breadcrumbs. So that's where I'm going with that. But the mushrooms, I didn't know if it's like a spinach dish with some mushrooms or I'm not sure. I still, woo! There went all my garlic. That's all right. I got 2 here. Oh, honey, grab those so the dogs don't get them. Dogs cannot have garlic, if you guys didn't know that. So I'm gonna get some garlic here. I just can't figure out where I want to go with these mushrooms. Well, I've already decided to roast them. I really need to clean this mess up.
Fresh avocado says you need to drink more.
You think that's going to help my brain? I don't think so. My brain is just not working today. I'm trying to figure, let's see.
She thinks so.
I am going to get a pan going with some bacon. Watch out, dogs. I'm going to put Can I have those cooking scissors over there, please? I guess I could have opened it with the knife. Okay. Just gonna cook a little bacon. I want a bigger pan because I guess not bigger, but a little deeper, because I think I should have cut that in half. I'm going to fry this bacon up and I'm going to cook the spinach in it, in the bacon grease. But I don't know what I'm going to do with the basil. Is it a rule that I have to use all the ingredients?
It is a rule we have to use all the ingredients. You got a couple new viewers came on. You want to remind them what you're doing?
I am trying to figure out what these ingredients that my daughter got for me at the store, how they go into a recipe. I guess so they have picked out a recipe in a cookbook and then gave me the ingredients but didn't tell me what the recipe is. And as a surprise, they decided to give me two recipes and everything's all mixed up and I don't know what goes where, what to do. So I did decide to do some turkey meatballs because there were breadcrumbs and things like that. So I figured kind of sounded like a meatball to me. I'm frying up this bacon because there's spinach. So I'm going to cook the spinach in the bacon grease. And what else? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry up this bacon. I'm going to cook the spinach with a little bit of this garlic. Oop, almost lost the onion. And a little onion so that that'll be good with the spinach. And I think I'm going to stuff the mushrooms with the spinach mixture and then top it with a little breadcrumb. I don't know, that kind of sounds like it might be tasty. But I need to get this going so that I can pick up some of this mess because I don't want too much onion in there. I really think it needs cheese. I like cheese in my stuffed mushrooms. But after I check on this bacon, I really should start doing something with that meatball. So this is going to go for that. This I can get rid of. Check on this bacon. Bacon is not making too much grease. So I guess that's fine. There's this trash too. Alright, let's see. I don't know about basil in that. Because I already put the sage in there. I don't know about...
Your cameraman says that he missed you taking your drink, so your audience didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
And that's what they wanted. So.
Oh.
And you happen to drink it because there were 2 dishes you are allowed to have 2 drinks.
My oven just told me it's hot. I'm going to put the mushrooms in there.
What are you putting them on for how long?
I don't know. I put it on 350. I'm not sure how long I'm going to cook them. A few minutes.
Do mushrooms overcook quickly?
I don't know. You don't like when I say that, but I don't know. It seems like I cooked them for a pretty long time when I do stuffed mushrooms. I don't know how Can you give me a napkin? Oh, I have one here. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna do spinach. I'm not gonna use the basil. Maybe the basil was supposed to be in here, but turkey and sage just made sense to me in my mind. Yeah, this bacon is not cooking very well. I haven't cooked bacon in a pan for a long time. I usually always do it in the oven nowadays.
Why is that?
Because it's quick and easy. I just put it on the tray, 425, 10 minutes. I have bacon. And I don't have to stand there and get popped with grease or anything. Where's my lid? Okay. This bacon isn't completely crispy, but that's fine. I'm probably gonna chop that up. Let's do this first. I'll put a little onion and garlic in the pan, cook that a little bit. For this heat. Oh, that smells good. All right. I'm going to add the spinach. And when this starts to wilt down, I'll add a little salt and pepper. All right, so while that's cooking, got that on low. Oh, I dropped a piece of spinach down there. Okay, so while that's wilting down, I am going to get my
Show
meatballs.
those muscles, Popeye, like it says.
What?
Show those muscles, Popeye.
All right. I'm going to chop this up a little bit. This bacon. Because I'm going to put that in my spinach.
Fresh Avocado wants to know what's going on with the olive oil. You plan on using it, or is it just there
I
for
did. I
decoration?
put it on the mushrooms.
Did you hear that, Avocado? On the mushroom.
I might use a little to fry my meatballs. All right.
The more I think about it, I think that might have been a Popeye reference. Olive oil.
Huh.
Spinach and olive oil. Sorry, Fresh
That's
Avocado.
funny. All right, let me get this out of the way. Be right back. Wash my hands. By the time I'm done cooking, my towel is so wet from washing my hands 50 million times. I don't even know where my towel went. Now I gotta get another one. Oh, found it. Well, let me stir the spinach. It's starting to wilt down here. Oh, got a little brown right there. Yeah, that's wilting down to hardly anything.
You know what Chef Ann Brunel says, brown means flavor.
Mm.
Now what's in that spinach again?
Garlic, onion, salt and pepper, or I haven't put the salt and pepper in. Now bacon. And that would be delicious just like that. But I am going to put that inside of the mushrooms. I'm just going to let them cook for a minute. Right now, I am going to get these meatballs going. I should have chopped my onions smaller, but I always feel like I'm so in a rush when I'm doing this. So it's like I'm always trying to hurry, and look at those meatballs. Different sizes. Look at that big old onion. Yeah, let's just shove that in there. I know Tina's thinking, if Tina's there, she would be thinking, oh God, why did you put all that big chunks of onion in there? She doesn't care for onion. Although she does use onion in her cooking, she just doesn't use much, or she chops it or grates it actually sometimes. And
well, fresh avocado says it. You're a donkey, and Ramsey would be ashamed.
oh, for my horrible chopping skills, I know it. My chopping skills are horrible. I should do some practice. I figure as long as it gets done and it gets in there, we're good. But yes, these onions should have been way smaller. If you guys are making meatballs, do not make your onions so huge, because that's just going to make this have to cook longer.
What size did the recipe say? The hints of your recipe say?
I didn't have any hints.
I see we had a one. Which one do you think was the onions? Just finely chopped?
Yeah, the ones that I did big chopped, yeah.
Okay. So the measurement.
Yeah, but I
that
stopped
you were
listening.
given said finely chopped, and you went with the big chop.
Well, I gave up on it.
Because the chat was like, be a rebel and do your own thing?
No, it's because I gave up on the directions. Well, the measurement list you gave me, because it wasn't making sense in my mind. Probably because you gave me 2 recipes instead of 1, so that was kind of cheating, in my opinion. Because the game was 1 recipe, not 2 at a time. So I think that was wrong.
Well, the game was recipes.
No. It was 1 recipe. I'll take some of these onions out.
I think you should take a shot for every meatball. It's not the right size. It's not consistent.
Now they're not consistent because I'm not using a scooper. If I was trying to make these for somebody besides us, then I might pay attention, but...
So when you originally chopped the not the meatballs, the onions that size, did you have a different dish in mind before you pivoted to meatballs?
I don't remember now. That was a long time ago. I don't know. But these are definitely too big. Wash my hands. So I could put these in a pan and fry them. Where's my towel? Watch out, move it. My towel's gone again. Okay, so I'm not sure if I want to fry these up or not. Let me check on my mushrooms. I need a... No, that's what they look like.
Really?
That's what color they were when I put them in
So,
there.
for everyone watching, I'm not a big mushroom fan, so to me that looks horrible. Now, there's the stuffing, though. I'm all about that.
Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, they could still cook more. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this spinach mixture on top. Oh, while I'm cooking, I'm going to tell you about a story that happened to us today. We went shopping at Walmart this morning. And I don't know if you guys shop at Sam's Club. But anyway, Sam's Club has a scan and go. So you can scan everything that you're purchasing and pay for it in their app, and then you just leave the store.
Fresh Avocado doesn't want to bother your story, but they're asking what's going on with the garlic.
What garlic?
Close the garlic?
There's garlic in this mixture, and there's garlic in the meatballs.
Oh, okay, there you go. Back to your story.
So anyway, so at Sam's, when you do that, then if you shop at Sam's, you know that they check your receipt before you leave, because there's signs everywhere that says that they're gonna check your receipt as you leave. So when you do the scan and go, let me wash my hands just a second. When they do the scan and go, when you go up there, they just scan like 3 of your items that are in your cart to make sure it shows up that they were purchased, and then you go on your way. Well, Walmart, we saw today, had the scan and go, and we're like, oh, we're only getting a couple items. I'm going to sprinkle some breadcrumbs on top of this and put it in the oven. You know what? Can you give me the Parmesan cheese? I think that would be good. I'm going to put, I know that's not on the recipe, but I think it'd be good. Put a little breadcrumbs. Okay. I'm going to sprinkle a little cheese. So anyway, so we're like, oh yeah, let's try this. And we scanned our items, and after we got all our items scanned, and we said we were done, and we went to pay, it said, okay, now go to self-checkout and scan the QR code. And we're like, well, heck, if we were going to have to stand in line, we might as well just checked out at the checkout. So anyway, so we did. We had to stand in line after we just done the scan and go, which is not scan and go, it's scan and wait. So we go and wait to get into self-checkout. We get there, we get up to the thing, we're trying to scan the QR code, didn't want to scan. Finally got it scanned, and then you have to wait for an associate to come over to check that you scanned your stuff. So then the associate comes over, has to type some code in the machine. Then she starts to scan our stuff, and she starts scanning everything. I mean, we only got 4 items. And I said, so you have to scan everything that we just scanned? And she goes, well, we have to make sure that it's all, that you paid for it. And then she goes, we only have to scan 3 of the items. I only had 4 items. So that was very irritating. 1, that you feel like a thief when you go there. 2, I don't know how it's scan and go, because it definitely was not scan and go. So I added olive oil to this pan because I'm going to fry these meatballs. Hold on just a minute, I got to take a drink. That's really good tequila sunrise, by the way. Let me get something to put. So anyway,
Fresh avocado, fresh with avocado says down with Walmart.
I like Walmart. I know a lot of people don't like Walmart. I get tired of going there because that's, one of the main places we shop. It's always crowded. So that's why I was excited about the Scan and Go, because when we go to Sam's, we use Scan and Go all the time because the lines are always crazy. So now I'm just putting these in so I can brown them up. I might still want to finish them in the oven. I'm just going to brown them here. And then if I was going to serve these, I would serve them with some kind of sauce. Maybe barbecue sauce, or I don't know. Maybe you could do marinara
fruit
sauce.
sauce, maybe? Like a mango or an apple or cranberry?
That doesn't sound good to me.
No?
Maybe a cranberry, since I put sage. Since I put sage in there, I'm thinking a cranberry would be good. Anyway, so this is the worst part of doing this show, is the waiting for things to cook. So this is the part I'm supposed to talk, and if anybody knows me, they know that I'm not a very good talker, and I just told my best story that I had for today.
Bitch Pudding says cranberry sounds good.
Well, with turkey and sage, that's what I was saying. Cranberry might be good.
When I saw that you were using turkey meat, and I say this not acknowledging I know exactly what it's supposed to be, but when I saw what it was, I was thinking Christmas time.
Christmas.
I thought Christmas. I thought pine trees. I thought elf on the shelf.
Whenever I see turkey, I think Thanksgiving. That's why I went for the sage for sure.
See, so that's the sage and turkey. That's what brought me to Christmas.
Well, I don't make turkey for Christmas.
Fresh avocado says you can always add cranberries if you feel like it. I don't know if cranberries are in season, fresh avocado. Fresh avocado. Canned cranberry sauce.
I do make a pretty good barbecue sauce with canned cranberry sauce. It's very good. I do it with cranberry sauce, chipotle. You know, I get the can and I use the adobo inside of that. And let me see, what else do I put in there? Some tomato sauce. It's been a long time since I made it. But
everybody's agreeing that cranberry sounds good for Thanksgiving turkey.
Ooh, that one got a little brown.
Is this brown supposed to zoom in on your brown food? The brown means good?
Well, I said it got a little brown.
Okay. Okay, so while she's cooking, guys, why don't you hit her up with the question. What is, let's say, fresh avocado, what's your favorite food? Whatever she's making. Oh.
That's funny.
Okay. Anybody, somebody throw out some favorite foods. Throw out her favorite food and let's see if she can just rattle off the ingredients while she's cooking that. That's the memory.
It's hard for me to think of my favorite food.
You can't answer. It's for the audience to say what their favorite food is, and let's just see if you can think of all the ingredients off the top of your head.
Well, I'm not a chef or anything.
I mean, you got your hand on your hip all... So tell your audience something interesting about your second episode. Is there anything you learned from the first episode? Anything we learned in the first episode?
Well, we're trying a different microphone.
So that crinkle that you just heard might be really big crinkle.
Oh, didn't think of that because my mic is on me, so.
Ditch Pudding says you should get a chef's jacket. I'll tell you what. You know what? We hit 50 followers. I'll go ahead and I'll get her that chef's jacket.
Oh, you don't like my Blockbuster retro shirt? I think last week I wore my I Love My MTV shirt. Like my husband says, I need to get out of 1985.
That's why I thought it was how retro.
Yeah, this is getting too hot. I know these are close together, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to trade spaces. So I'm just going to set these on top just for a second. I'm going to put parchment down here. All right, I'm going to put these guys. Because I am going to put these guys in the oven to finish cooking.
Fresh Avocado is asking if you have any more feelings about the self-checkout.
I know I'm never going to.
I feel like you've completely exercised that demon.
Well, I don't think I'm ever going to use it again at Walmart because that's just insane to stand in line to use. Why would they call it scan and go if you don't get to go? I need a little bit more oil. That's just crazy to me. Let me check on my mushrooms. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe I should have put a little butter with those breadcrumbs. That probably would have been nice. But yeah, I was very disappointed with the self-checkout. I thought, wow, this is going to be awesome because Walmart's always packed and the lines are always huge. And I thought, wow, this is just awesome that we get to use this. And I don't know what's the point of it, because like I said, it is not scan and go.
Well, I mean, maybe you should just use the Walmart Plus membership and order your stuff online and just get it that way, because doesn't it always show up with no issues?
No, it doesn't always show up with no issues. Every time there's something, they forgot something. I paid for it, so obviously they shopped it, but the delivery guy leaves it in his car, and then I have to go through the hassle of getting a refund. One time, I got somebody else's order, and I tried to call them to try and get them to come pick it up, and they said that after they drop it off, they can't pick it up.
Just once?
Well,
twice.
That has happened twice, but if they deliver something to you on accident, you get to keep it. And it's like, I don't know what I was going to do with this. I got like a big old pack of diapers, and I got wipes, and I think they must have had a sick kid because I got a whole bunch of the Lysol disinfectant spray and vitamins. I mean, that all stuff was good. I mean, it was stuff I could use, but I couldn't use the diapers.
It's so sad that you couldn't use the diapers.
But
You're like, oh, I couldn't use the diapers.
Yeah, I couldn't use those. Although I do have 2 grandkids, not grandkids, godchildren.
Fresh Avocado's like, you stole some poor child's meds.
Oh, well, I didn't. The delivery driver did, because I tried to return them and I could not.
Well, wasn't there one time where we got messed our order up, and we were just like, screw it, give us a refund. But somehow in this whole process, we got a refund and they redelivered our order.
Yes, that was the one when we got the totally wrong order. Somehow it got confused. So when we called and said we got the wrong order, they automatically refunded us because we didn't get our stuff, and then told us just to keep what we got. And then later that evening, like, I don't know, was it like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, we got a phone call and they said, oh, we got your order out.
Fresh avocado, wondering about those mushrooms.
I'm going to check those in just a moment because I'm going to do a swap. I'm going to take those out and put these meatballs in. I'm just not sure about those big mushrooms, how long they cook. So I'm not positive that they're done. But I think they'll taste fine. Yeah, these definitely need some cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven. So then they can cook. And then we can get those mushrooms out and see what they look like. And maybe we'll taste them. We'll just have to give them just a minute to cool down because I think they're going to be way too hot.
Oh. Avocado wants to know what the fridge magnet says.
Which one?
This blue one right here.
Oh, that says reach for the moon. So she's talking about this magnet. It says reach for the moon. If you fall short, you may land on a star. But this is one of my favorite magnets, this one here, that my friend gave me. And it says, well, you know what? I can't read it because then I'll start crying.
No, you gotta read it. You can't tell people.
So it says best friends. Oh my gosh, I just can't read it. I can't do this. One of the greatest blessings in my life is our friendship. Okay, I'm done. I can't read it. You can read it, honey, if you want, because I can't.
You'll start crying.
Sorry, guys.
I don't think the recipe said your tears.
I get so emotional when somebody tells me something nice. So here's our mushrooms. They look interesting. Grab me a plate, babe. So let's see here. I don't want to use this because I had those raw meatballs. Let me just grab this here. So I'm just going to put these here on the plate. Ooh, that's hot. I'm going to use this to help me. All right.
Should put the plate over on the cookbook, that way it's on your way.
Okay, so I got the meatballs in the oven. The mushrooms are done.
You want to take a picture with your phone of the finished product?
Not yet. I got to clean up this mess. So I'm just going to do a quick little cleanup here because this is driving me insane. But we're just going to let those mushrooms cool off just a minute and then we will taste test them, see how they turned out. And this time I know, since I did not go with the rest, where I didn't go with any, I didn't get any clues and I did not follow any of the measurements. I know I did not get close to what this recipe was supposed to be.
You still have your second recipe in the oven. That could come a little closer.
But I try and clean up as I go because I really hate to have a big mess. When I sit down to eat, I just want to sit down and enjoy, and I don't like to.
Now, once you taste that, do you want to know what the recipe is, or you want to wait till the end?
Are both recipes in the same book?
No.
Well, we could probably do that. Let's see what the recipe was supposed to be, because obviously I didn't do it correctly. Let me put this onion in this baggie. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so.
Let's see which book. Yeah, let's see. Well, I guess it's a.
Appetizers.
Let's see what the book looks like.
Let's see. Delicious first course starter and antipasti recipes.
Who's it by?
I don't know.
Probably one of those Ollie's cheapo pickups.
Okay, mushroom stuffed with bacon and spinach.
So that is what the secret recipe was supposed to be. Now let her take a look at the recipe.
So let's see. We have spinach, mushrooms, olive oil, bacon, garlic, breadcrumbs, and basil. So the basil was supposed to go in there, but I tasted the basil and I thought basil, it didn't go together for me. But the basil was supposed to be in there, but I pretty much got everything else in there. I did add a little onion. That wasn't in there. And I added a little cheese, a little Parmesan cheese to go with my breadcrumbs.
Well, you were bullied. There was a bully squad on here saying add the cheese and be a rebel.
So I kind of did it, let's see. Cook 2 to 3 minutes until wilted. 2 tablespoons of oil.
You gonna taste it?
So anyway, I did the right recipe. Maybe didn't do it exactly as the recipe states, but came up with the right thing. So that's kind of a good thing. Kind of close. Let's, can you give me that plate over there? And could you hand me a knife, please? So let's try it. What are you doing?
Here, Tammy, here's your knife.
No, give me one of the knives in the block, please.
You don't want to use this knife? Tammy's Kitchen, TL79.
I think that's a little big to cut a mushroom with. Thank you. I like spinach and bacon, so I'm thinking this is going to be delicious. Bacon, it makes everything good. Could use a little more salt.
Is the mushroom done?
Yes. Mushroom is cooked. Got the bacon. Spinach. I'm going to take one more bite. I like it. I don't normally buy portobello mushrooms. I'm sorry. I should not have taken that second bite. Yeah, that does not look appetizing like that, honey.
This is a bad lighting, but it looks a lot better in person. And like Brunel says, brown means good. And if brown means good, that's the best.
No, but it tastes pretty good. I think my daughter might like it. She likes spinach. She likes mushrooms.
Does she like avocados?
It depends which one you're talking. Well, I guess both of them like avocados.
She's like them like really fresh.
Anyway, that's not what that says. I don't
Yeah.
know why you keep saying that. But anyway, I'm really happy with this. The only thing is I would add maybe a little more salt and pepper. I didn't put enough, but it tastes pretty tasty. So I think that dish was successful. Let's set that over there out of the way. Now the problem with live is our mushrooms are no, I'm sorry, not mushrooms. Our meatballs are not going to be done for a little bit. What do you guys think about checking to see what the recipe was supposed to be while we're waiting? I said, what do you think about checking to see what the recipe was supposed to be while we're waiting?
Okay, go for it.
Here, can you put that over there? Okay. Meatballs, so I guess I got that right. Let's see what the recipe says. Oh, I did it wrong. So they were bacon wrapped turkey meatballs. Oh, and it's served with cranberry sauce. That's funny.
So the story behind that is I did not pay attention to cranberries really aren't being in season.
Oh, they're supposed to be in it.
Yes. So we do have a can of cranberry sauce that we did not add in there because we figured it would make no sense because the cranberry sauce was meant to be like a dip. So
So I made the meatballs. It looks like correct. Well, they don't have garlic in theirs, but garlic always makes everything better. But that's what they're supposed to be. So they're supposed to be bacon wrapped, and and they're supposed to be cranberries inside, which that's not fair because I didn't have them. And they're using a cranberry sauce to serve with it. So that would probably be pretty tasty. So I pretty much done the recipe, the meatballs. It looks like I'm, let's see, onion, turkey, cranberries I didn't have, sage, salt and pepper, bacon. I guess they didn't put breadcrumbs, which I don't know what would be holding together these turkey meatballs without breadcrumbs because turkey is just so soft.
Big hug of pork fat.
It's just so soft. I don't think it would have held together without the breadcrumbs, but that's just me. Obviously it does because there's the picture of it. Let's see, and then they baked theirs. So I fried mine and then baked them. Oh, and here's another. I did think of that when I felt how soft the meat was. I was thinking that I should put it in the refrigerator for a little while because it was so soft. But I just added more breadcrumbs. And then they put it in the oven for 20 minutes. So I guess I got the recipes right. Didn't make them exactly.
I think you came pretty close. When I saw the mushroom, I was like, that was really close to it. I thought you did really good.
Thank you.
It just looked a little dark, but the picture that they have there is like not cooked, or the picture looks like it was the lighting and stuff was better, but it looked really close. And your meatballs are not just like a meatball.
Well, yeah, bacon covered would have been better.
How much longer does your meatball have to cook?
I'm going to check them in a minute. The second batch that I done, I didn't cook as long, so I know those aren't done, but the ones that I cooked at the beginning, they may be done. So I'll pull them out here in a minute so we can try them so that you guys don't have to wait all day.
What's a type of cuisine that you like to eat or you've had in the past but you haven't cooked yet?
Mediterranean? Well, yes and no. I've made, let's see, I did make I think I made kofta. keto kofta, and then I put it in a, a keto flatbread with tzatziki sauce. So I guess I did do Mediterranean.
Fresh Avocado wants to have a drink with you, so she's wondering if you can show her how to make a drink.
I I thought I did show you guys how to make this drink. Wow. The problem is I still have some left. So, for a tequila sunrise, it's all it is tequila, orange juice, and a splash of grenadine. Oh, they were nice and put a little shot glass there for me to measure, but I don't measure. That's why it's hard for me to share recipes, because I don't measure things.
Not so much if that was there for measuring or just if you're feeling stressed out during the cook.
Oh, and I needed a shot. Let me drink this real quick and I'll show you guys the drink. Sorry, I can't drink very fast. Okay. So you put a little tequila.
How much tequila?
I'm gonna say probably an ounce.
Just pour the bottle in there.
No, that's too much. And
what
then
kind of tequila is that? Fresh Avocado's asking.
I don't know. Bottle. It's a pretty bottle. That's why we bought it, because I like the bottle. It's a white tequila, 100% agave, authentic Mexican quality. I really like the bottle. That's why we got it. I don't know, probably 3 or 4 ounces of orange juice. Then you can stir that up if you want. The last one I didn't. It didn't really make that much of a difference. A tequila sunrise should really be made in a tall glass like a Collins. I don't have one, so I just go with whatever I have. And that a tall glass would make this easier, but what you do to make the tequila sunrise is you get your spoon and you turn it upside down and you tip it right at the top of the orange juice, and then you pour the grenadine down the back of your spoon and see the sunrise. See how it comes up?
Super neat. If you would have done it with the other hands, we could have seen the effect. I guess you have to make a third one now. The audience wants to see the effect.
So that's how you make a tequila sunrise. See how it's rising up? I don't know. It's delicious. I'm going to check on those. And because I cut the onions so big, the onions aren't going to be done the way they should be. But, so that half is not done. Those are not done for sure. Well, let's see if one of these are. Yep, that's done. So we'll try this one. Can you give me a little plate? I'm going to put these back in the oven to cook, but we got one here. That's kind of a big plate for one meatball.
I didn't know if there was a few more that were done.
Well, I'm not going to check. I'm going to put them back in because that was the smallest one that I done, but all these, I can tell they're not ready. I'm going to put those back. All right. So let's see what the meatball tastes like. My guess right now is that it probably does not have enough salt and pepper. The only reason why I say that is because when I cook with turkey, it always takes a lot more spice than you would think it should. It just doesn't keep the flavor like beef. Hmm. That's good. Bacon wrapped would have been good. But I think the adding the garlic was a good idea, because in the original recipe it does not have garlic, and I
Now,
think the garlic is really good.
do you think, knowing what it was supposed to be with the cranberries and stuff, that you were kind of close-ish on the spices? Do you think that would have been a good with the cranberries, or it's kind of hard to tell?
It's kind of hard to tell, but garlic really doesn't mess up anything. I love garlic. I put garlic in a lot of stuff.
Avocado. I was wondering how it tastes with the mushroom. I guess
No,
they
I
go
wouldn't.
well together.
They'd probably go well together. They both taste good. Hmm. Yeah. I think this was a success. Bacon wrapped would have been good, but I don't know how they would have turned out without the breadcrumbs. Don't know. But I had a good time doing it. This one kind of really stumped me with the two recipes. I kind of got all flustered. But I think it came pretty close to what the original was supposed to be, and we have dinner. So I guess we're good. And what? My husband said something to me, and I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
was asking if people should follow you or they should recommend you and all that stuff.
That would be lovely if you would like to follow me. I'm going to try and do this secret recipe thing every week, every Saturday. So if you want to see me do this again, please come back. And I hope to see you guys next week. Bye. What? Didn't